Hi everyone, welcome back. The problem for today is valid perfect square. So basically we are given an integer num, and what we have to check whether this integer num is a perfect square or not. And we cannot use any inbuilt library function such as sqrt. So like in our first example, our input is 16. So we know that 16 is a perfect square of 4. So we will return true in that case. In the second example, the input is 14. We know that 14 is not a perfect square of any number, so we will return false. Suppose we want to find the square root of number 16. So what we will do, we will iterate from I equal to 1 to n by 2. And for each I, we will check whether I square is equal to num. If it is true, we will return true. If at any point I square is greater than num, we will return false. Okay, let's try to run this. So for 16, we will start from 1 and we will find the square of 1. Square of 1 will be 1. For 2, square of 2 will be 4. For 3, square of 3 will be 9. And for 4, square of 4 will be 16. So when we reach here, so this condition will get satisfied. So we will return true. Therefore, num is equal to 16 is a perfect square. Let's take one more example. Num is equal to 13. Then 1 square will be 1. 2 square will be 4. 3 square will be 9. And 4 square will be 16. But 16 is greater than 13. So this condition will get satisfied and we will return false here. Therefore, number is equal to 13 is not a perfect square. The time complexity for this solution is O of n because we are iterating from 1 to n by 2. Can we do something like we don't need to do n calls and we can optimize it a little bit? Yes, we can. For that, what we can do, we can use binary search. Let's see how we can use binary search. Let's again take an example. Suppose this time we have num is equal to 25. What is our search space? So our search space is from 1 to n by 2. So we will search from n1 to n by 2, and in that case our n is 25, so we will search up to 13, 1 to 13. So first of all, what we will do, so this is our start, this is our end, we will find the middle. So middle in that case will be 13 plus 1, 14. 14 by 2 is 7. So now our middle element is 7. So first of all, what we will do, we will find the m square, 49, which is greater than 25. So from there we can infer that the square root of 25 will be less than 7 because 49 is much higher than 25. So our square root of 25 will lie somewhere in this region only. So we will update our end. So we can write one condition here as if m square is greater than num, then we will update our end is equal to m minus 1. Okay, so now we will search only from 1 to 6. Again, we will find the middle of that. The middle of that will be 6 plus 1, 7. 7 by 2 is 3. We will find the square of 3, and square of 3 will be 9, but 9 is less than 25 now. From there we can observe that the square root of 25 is greater than 9. So now we will search only in this space. So then if m square is less than m, our s will be m plus 1. And this we can write in else condition. So now this will become something like this, 3 to 6. Again we will find the middle of that. Oh sorry, this will not be 3, this will be 4 because start is equal to m plus 1. So 3 plus 1 will be 4. Now again we will find the middle of that. The middle of that will be 6 plus 4, 10. 10 by 2 is 5. So now m square is 25, which is equal to our num. So this means we have find the square root of our 25. So we can write elif m square equal to num, then we will return true, means it is a perfect square. So if m square is equal to num, then yes, there is a perfect square exists for this number. So if an integer value is a square root of a number, then it is a perfect square. So we can say this m is the perfect square. So, and the time complexity for this solution will be O of log n. Let's implement it in Python quickly. So our first assumption is if a number is equal to 1, we will return true because 1 is a perfect square itself. If number is not equal to 1, then what we will do, we'll start our binary search. We'll start our binary search from s is equal to 1 to n by 2, and we can write end is equal to n by 2. And we will run a while loop up to start is greater than or equal to end. So we'll run this while loop up to that point. First of all, we'll find the middle element, and middle element will be start plus end divided by 2. And we will also find the square of middle element. The square of middle, we can write something like this. So it will be m square. Now we will check. We have three conditions. If square of middle equal to num means we have found the square root of that number. So then it is a perfect square. We will return true here. Then other case can be the square root of middle number can be greater than num. So if the square root is greater than num, then the square root of that num will be lesser than this middle element. So we will update end is equal to m minus 1. And finally, our last condition will be if square root of m is less than num. For that, we will update start is equal to middle plus 1. If in any case we are not able to find our square root, then finally we will return false. So there might be a case that we do not find any square root of the given number. What will happen at the end? This start will become greater than the, oh sorry, this will be less than. At one point, what will happen that start and end will overlap each other, and start will become greater than each. So that time we have to stop. So let's run this solution. Okay, so it is saying n is not defined. Instead of n, we have n is equal to num. We'll run it again. Yes, so this is passing our test case. Also, we will submit to check if all the test cases are passed. Yes, so our solution is accepted. Let's see how fast our algorithm is. And if we look at the at this bar chart, then it is saying that it is beating 75% of the Python 3 submission. So that is the solution of that. And thanks for watching the video. And please do subscribe if you like it. So if you have any doubt or suggestion, please write it in comment section. Thanks.